morning team, it's lovely to see you guys. Today is Bank Holiday Monday. The date is the 22nd of April, so for those of you who celebrated Easter Sunday yesterday, I hope you ate all the chocolate you could get your hands on. Hope you spent some time with friends, family or loved ones. Best wishes from AA. I'm going to show you all the chocolate I got in this day of eating actually. I'm not going to eat all of it as a challenge because honestly, a lot of you might not believe me when I say this, but I still have a sweet threshold. So I still find foods too sweet. What? Yeah, that's true. I'm just in the middle of doing personal training sessions, but I'm having a quick snack before my next one. So first of all, this is a salted caramel munch bar. What it looks like. Here is the nutritional information for it. There's 133 calories per bar, 4 grams of fat, 2 grams of protein, and 22 grams of carbohydrates. So I'm having this, and I'm having a swig of orange squash as well. Let me just show you what it looks like on the inside. I think it's peanuts and oats that are bound together by some sort of syrup. Might be like maple syrup, and then there's chocolate on the bottom. Then the salted caramel is brilliant. Time is 9:20 in the morning. I'm going to be finished with personal training at 1:30, and I'll bring you back for more food later on. Hope you enjoy this video. What a beautiful day it is. The time is currently 1:45 PM in the afternoon. We've just finished personal training for the morning. It's about 20 to 21 degrees Celsius today, which is absolutely lovely. So I thought you might be getting a bit hot, so I brought you into somewhere a little bit cooler. Let me give you the lowdown. I had 4 personal training sessions this morning, one at 8, one at 9:30, one at 10:45, then one at 12 PM as well. Today is Bank Holiday Monday, but I still do personal training on these days because people are off work, and now I'm going to spend the rest of the day just chillaxing, but also probably doing some planning for a fitness session in particular that I'm doing for the football club I'm going to be working with in the near future, where my personal training is going to be moving to, fingers crossed. Plus I'm going to be consuming some food that I would love to show you, but the deal is that you can't have any of it and I'm going to have all of it. I mean, that's about 50-50. Sounds about fair. I'd recommend for the rest of the video that you go and get something to eat alongside this, because otherwise you're just going to feel more hungry at the end of this video if you have nothing. That's a caterpillar. We seem as well at this time of year to get these weird looking white spiders. I don't want to get too close, but let me see if I can zoom that in for you. Anybody know what that white spider is? It's white and black, and it makes me itch just looking at it. I'm not one for creepy crawlies, I have to say. Don't mind them, but if they're on me, no way. Now I'm showing you here about the different strategies and techniques I like to use when it comes to CrossFit training, and how I like to spice it up a little bit, because I'm so used to doing back squats and I'm having a slight hip impingement at the moment. This is another way I like to test myself. I hadn't done ski sits in a very long time. I'm talking past tense because I did this quite a few weeks ago now. I hadn't done ski sits in a while, and I hadn't practiced my handstand walks for ages because the weather hadn't actually been that great. I'm going to be joining more a commercial gym-ish soon, which is kind of CrossFit as well, where I'm going to be able to practice some more CrossFit moves before I join a proper CrossFit box. I'm just finding the appropriate one at the moment. The ski sits I've built up to doing, I think, 3 or 4 sets of 1 minute. It doesn't sound like much, but I haven't done it for a long time, so I'm being quite conservative. And then with the handstand walks, I'm nearly getting roughly 10 metres, but not consistently though, so I'm still working on that. Then afterwards, as you saw, I had to sweep a little bit up in the garden because there's so much debris around. That's just the update before in the garden before I move to my actual proper premises. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay team, it's 3:21 in the afternoon and I'm in a bit of a dilemma at the moment because I want to show you what I'm having for my snack / lunch. So you could call it a lack or a snunch. Let's call it a snunch. But I'm kind of joined by not a mate of mine that I would really like to have here right now. He's alright, but Mr. Fly has decided to come in. Where have you gone? You might be able to hear him. Ah, he's over there. Come here now, come on. Yes, yes. There you go. Let's go. Yeah. Yes team, we got rid of him together. High five. For my luncheon, this is what I am having. Sorry, correction, this is what I'm having for my snunch. I am going to have 6 caramel rice cakes because I really like them. And oh, if you just want to know, because you haven't seen any of my Road to the Games episodes, I'm currently 80 to 81 kilograms when I weigh myself. That's normally during the day, so I probably average around 80 kilos. And this is the kind of diet I have. I'm currently eating roughly 4,400 calories. It's gone slightly down since my previous eating episode where it says in the title all calories counted. I brought it down slightly. I'll go over my training split in another video, but we've got a secret stash of rice cakes and chocolate rice cakes down here. We literally probably have like 15 to 20 packets, it looks like, of each as well. We're not addicted or anything as a family. Or correction, I'm not addicted because nobody else in my family has it. I'm having 4 chocolate Snacker Jacks alongside the Snicks. Snicks? Honestly, with this camera, I make up words. Apologies. I'm having 4 chocolate chip rice cakes, 6 caramel rice cakes, and then alongside that, I'm going to be having a pack of these corn thins, but I actually get them out the tube packet that Mum normally buys, which is just underneath. So now I'm going to dip them in 120 grams of this Greek-style raspberry yogurt, which is really good. It has a good amount of protein in it. Let me show you. Per 100 grams, 61 calories, 6.5 grams of protein, 7.5 grams of carbohydrates, and 0.1 gram of fats. Does anybody else have this really strange habit my dad likes to do for some reason, and that's where you put anything chocolate based within the fridge so it gets really cold and then you have it, because I just think it loses the taste, but he seems to love it. Alongside the Snacker Jacks and the yogurt and the corn thins, I'm having 1 packet of dark chocolate corn thins from Sainsbury's, 150 calories for all of that. Then I'm having a swig of Diet Coke, because today is about 20-21 degrees in April, which is crazy. Then what I'm going to be having is 8 bits of Tesco Value dark chocolate, and this whole snack comes to roughly 1,070-ish calories. Quick update, it is 6:10 in the evening and right now I'm planning a fitness session for a football team that I do fitness coaching for. I'm having 1 Kinder small egg, which is 30 calories per egg, and I'm having 3 giant caramel sea salt buttons. They aren't the greatest, which are 40 calories a piece, so that comes to 150 calories for this whole snack. And then I'm going to having something a bit more substantial in a little bit. I'll bring you back for that. Hello team, Double A here, and it is 7:45 in the evening. I've just finished planning my football session that I'm going to be doing with an adults team tomorrow. And I'm going to be testing their leg endurance and the way they are able to perform under the influence of lactic acid, specifically in the quadriceps, especially in a game-related situation. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. It's going to be entertaining for me and funny for me to watch when they're doing it. What I've got here is I've got 83 grams of porridge oats, and then I've put 16 grams of Cadbury's Chocolate Highlights powder, which I normally use to make up hot chocolate. I've put it in with the porridge oats, and I put hot water in there. Then 100 grams of berries on top, so that's a combination of blackberries and strawberries. Now, after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that up and then apply 8 grams of this Lakeland Choco Caramel Curls. The caramel curls don't weigh much each individual bit, so you can put lots around the top of a certain dish, so you could be making like a blancmange or a trifle and put these on top, but I'm putting it on top of the porridge oats, which are going to be hot, so they'll melt the chocolate caramel curls on top. I've done this before, haven't done this on the channel though, and it actually makes a really nice little top layer of the porridge. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do is mix this around, get some of the berries in there, because the berries are frozen, so I've put some of the porridge on top, and then I'm going to apply 8 grams of these Choco Caramel Curls. Have a cheeky look at them. If you had smell-o-vision, they smell absolutely amazing. Kind of like condensed milk. So I'm going to put 8 grams of that on top. Boom. If you have a cheeky look at that, they are already starting to melt on top of the porridge oats as well as the frozen berries. They're starting to melt and it creates a really nice little top layer to the oatmeal. Oatmeal is how people say it in America, but people in the UK who are British, we say porridge oats. Let me give you a taste test. Bit of strawberry, bit of the chocolate caramel curls and porridge oats. Beautiful. Whew. Brain freeze. This whole meal comes to 440 calories. Now I'm going to bring you back for when it's dinner time. Now I tell you what, team, I've been trying to run on my calf for a very long time and have been quite unsuccessful, to be honest, because each time I've gone out for a run it's still flared up in the place I've been ironing out and rolling out very frequently. I've been running on and off alongside my bike for a long time, and now I'm hoping that this video is going to mark the turning point of my calf getting better, because I went to Manchester about a week and a half ago and I've been running on and off alongside my bike for the 6 to 8 weeks prior to Manchester, and then after I got back from there, taking the weekend off training showed me about the importance of recovery on the Sunday. So I'm doing 6 days on, 1 day off with my training, and I'm doing half an hour in the morning on my bike, and I've really found that it's benefited my calf. And I was just running and jogging on it this evening and I'm feeling like it's feeling a lot better. I'm still being careful though, because I don't want to undo this progress, and I'm seeing a physio tomorrow to get it checked out properly to see that there's nothing significantly wrong. I don't think there is. I feel like a lot of it is in my mind now, because I'm compensating a lot more on my left side, because I want to take the pressure off my right. But now I've got a little bit of a case of rectus femoris syndrome, I think it is. I've been watching quite a lot of physios online, and I feel like it's that, because when I squat down it's really painful. I can do weighted lunges fine, but squatting is a bit painful at the moment. So I'm going to sort that out, and then because my calf has got a lot better, I feel like the rectus femoris syndrome will leave me eventually, because I would have sorted out the calf and I won't be stepping awkwardly. Within the next few weeks I reckon I'll be back to full health, back to running, although I won't be running as frequently because I'm going to be more careful with my calf, and then I can get really into a good CrossFit training block, master all the moves for CrossFit, and then I can really start thinking about competing within the next few years, I think. The time at the moment is roughly 9 o'clock in the evening. I'm just going to do some rolling on my calf and then go inside for some dinner. At the moment I've just come inside and I'm about to choose a Christian sermon I'm going to listen to. I'm liking a guy called Mark Gungor at the moment, who's a really funny and very engaging vicar who gives talks about very contemporary things that are very relatable to me right now. This is just my journey. So he talks about things like relationships and the importance of prayer, and he gives real life examples of how the Bible relates to us in modern day times, which is really useful. I'd recommend that you check him out. But what I'm going to do now is roll up my right hamstring, my right calf and my right hip on this barbell. It's mega painful, but it's a really good way of getting all the muscle fascia to completely relax. Put very simply, there's a lot more scientific explanation behind this, but when you experience knots and stuff, muscle fascia and sarcomeres, they slide over each other when muscles contract and relax, and when you experience knots, it's usually because muscle sarcomeres and muscle fascia, the muscle hasn't completely relaxed, so it needs you to roll it out so the muscle is able to completely relax. But sometimes that is also scar tissue that needs to be broken down so the muscle is able to heal. But I've been watching a lot of physios recently, and I think the reason I've got rectus femoris syndrome is, one, because of my calf and I've been stepping differently, but the second reason is also because I get very tight hamstrings because I'm a runner as well. And I'm going to roll up my hamstring first, because they suggested in the videos that I might have very tight hamstrings, which therefore is placing more stress on the rectus femoris. It's having to work harder for no particular reason. If I roll up my hamstrings, make them nice and loose, and then roll up my rectus femoris, then I'm going to be in a good position. Then I'm going to be in a good position to recover much quicker compared to if I didn't do it. Apologies guys, I feel like I'm having to explain all my food only in the garage, and that's just because my family are inside and I don't want to disturb them. So for my dinner, I filmed it. I had green beans, long stem broccoli I think it is. For some reason I think it originates from China. Let me know if that's wrong. With carrots as well, 235 grams of white potato. Then on the side I had some chicken tikka slices, but Mum had put it into a curry sauce I think alongside some peppers and some other veg that she put some either masala sauce or chicken tikka sauce in it, which was really nice. And I had turkey with bacon in the middle, which tasted really nice. Topped that off with ketchup, and I had an onion bhaji whilst I was waiting. I usually have more protein within my dinner, but I want to always spice up these days of eating. Spicy, onion bhaji spicy, get it? Come on now. But I like to include different varieties of foods within these days of eating. So sometimes my protein may be a bit lower on these days of eating, but I assure you I always get at least 0.8 of a gram to 1 gram of protein per pound of my body weight each day in regards to the amount of protein I get. So if I'm 80 kilos at the moment, so 0.8 of a gram per pound of my body weight if I'm 80 kilos, that's about 176 pounds. So that will probably be about 130 grams of protein I roughly get each day. And now at the moment in here, I am getting out, I do hope we have the last one. Yes. I'm having this absolutely epic dairy milk chunks yogurt, which tastes really good. And then I'm going to have some other snacks alongside it, which I will show you in a little bit when I've put them all together. For the rest of this slightly Easter themed day of eating, I'm kind of aware I haven't shown you loads of Easter chocolate, but I had something which is slightly different. This donut that you're seeing on the screen right now, it's got like salted caramel and vanilla-ish bites, I think, on the donut. I had the go-ahead bar, the chocolate, the chocolate corn things as normal, and my sister made an absolutely brilliant, I think it was a mini eggs cheesecake. The reason it was so good is because she's a very talented, not cook, what do you do when you cook sweet things? I can't think of the word, but she put a load of sugar in this, so it tasted really, really nice. It wasn't too sweet for me, but was on the cusp of. Had some salted caramel and pretzel bites, which were really nice, and then I also had that yogurt, which I showed you in the previous clip, and this Whisper Gold bar as well. I know there's a lot of chocolate in this day of eating, but because I received quite very fortunate, I was able to receive quite a lot of chocolate over the Easter period, so I've just got through that. Now it's back onto a more healthy diet, and at the moment I'm still having around 4,400-ish calories. My weight's steadily going up, just really focusing on getting my calf and getting my hip really strong on the right side, fully recovered, so then I can really progress in my training and get back to squatting heavy. Thank you so much for watching. It's really nice to have you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next Road to the Games episode. Boom!